Yes, indeed. All right. Welcome to Boss Cowboy Sports, man, where your voice matter. Supposed to be on vacation, but sometimes you get pulled back in, you know? Because obviously, this is a passion, you know? So when it's a real passion, you try to walk away, but you can't. Yeah, love this game. Love this team. And the tea leaves are real. Yeah, so we go talk about the new signing, Malik Jefferson, and what it means to the Dallas Cowboys. But sometimes you gotta pretend to be shocked when you ain't. People that been following Boss Cowboy Sports know what I mean, because obviously I'm not shocked. And those who've been following Boss Cowboy Sports for some time, not shocked either. Y'all already knew this was coming if you've been following this channel, because we've been saying for the longest that linebacker is the top need this offseason. It wasn't a lot of people with us, you know. We got ridiculed some, trolled some, joked, laughed at. Everybody's like, we need a center, we need a guard. And that's okay. You know, it's okay. But we gonna really break this down, because obviously, once again, we was telling everybody. And it's not about I told you so. It's just about really who can you trust and why can you trust them. You can trust Boss Cowboy Sports because you know what? Just keeping it real. We're not afraid to go against the crowd. We not. If y'all don't know that by now, it ain't nothing else to be said. It ain't nothing I can do to really showcase that that's what we do here. So, but like all the time, y'all give me a second. I'll be right back. I gotta work on this millennial Falcon. Be right back. Let's get it. All right, let's go. Let's go, man. Welcome to Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matter. And I meant what I said. You know, where we gotta try to act surprised on this channel. Like, oh, we honestly not. We really not. About this Malik Jefferson, right? And we go dig into it. Now, one thing about this particular video that I'm doing, this is not a player breakdown. This is more so a bigger, broader picture of what's going on. And we go talk about it. We go really lay out what we see as what's really going on with the Dallas Cowboys and these linebackers, because it's no coincidence. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Don't make the mistake of thinking that these are all just camp bodies. These are not just camp bodies. I know some people want to think that these are camp bodies, but the people they bringing in are more than camp bodies. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. Okay. And we go set the foundation of what first this Malik Jefferson is about. first of all, like I said before, this is not a shock to Boss Cowboy Sports, the OC, and everybody that's been following this channel about the abundance of signings that been happening at linebacker. And it's an abundance of signings. So if you really want to know what's going on, I'm gonna just tell you. One of the things you can do real quick that'll catch you up to what's really going on, all right, is I'm gonna tell y'all the video, and I put this in the description. In the description is this video that I did on April 7th. I would suggest that y'all go watch that video, okay? And it was before the draft. And I was saying 5 reasons why middle linebacker is the biggest need for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, 3 of those reasons I'm going to talk about today. All right, number 1, and I warned about this, and this is what is going on when it comes down to another signing with Malik Jefferson. Okay, what is going on? And I've been saying this, big dog, and this ain't about I told you so. This is about really looking at the real needs of the Dallas Cowboys without the influence of pressure from the crowd. Because remember, in draft season, there's a lot of rumors that go around, right? And I'm gonna tell you right now what was going on, and I'm being all the way honest. The radio was pushing, and this was coming from the radio stations. They was pushing that our top needs was center and left guard and receiver. But I'm gonna tell you, for 3 years straight, I wrote a book on the offseason. That's not bragging, but I'm gonna tell you why that's important, because that's 3 years of me looking in depth to our needs, and you start getting the patterns. And also, when I break down our needs, I look at every position group and I break it down in the book, every position group, and I look at the people we have, the starters we have, who could take over if we lose certain people. So you do get a well-rounded view if you take on the exercise of looking at our needs in depth. And writing those books made me do that. That's why I came out early and said, despite the jokes, despite the people laughing at the thought and trolling it, linebacker is our top need. Now, I said I was going to talk about 3 of those reasons that I broke down on that particular video. All right. Number 1 was Dan Quinn. This is something that's coming from Dan Quinn. We've been telling you on this channel, because he started giving a clue. The clue just came out. Antoine, you said it right, big dog. You said it exactly right. Dan Quinn is the mastermind. Yes, he is. He is. He's the mastermind of all this. But this is what is going on. Okay. It first came out when we was in talks with Bobby Wagner. But Bobby Wagner said, feel me on this. Bobby Wagner said when he signed with the Rams that he was in talks with Dan Quinn directly. All right. Now this show gonna be fire, big dog, because I got some surprises in this show. Y'all just gonna have to stay with me. This has been a good week. But I'm gonna just say it like this. That was the biggest clue. And that's why I was like, huh. Because you got to think about it. We already knew we was bringing back Luke Guilford. We already knew LVE was coming back. And one person was secretly talking to Bobby Wagner, lobbying to get him here. It was Dan Quinn. So when you start looking at it, right, what is that saying? Right? When you really think about it and you take your time and you think about it and you digest that thought, that's a trust issue. Yeah, it's a trust issue or a lack of trust. For who? Who do they not trust? I'm gonna be honest with you, man, because you're not hearing this. You should be hearing this. This should be very loud. But there's a major trust issue going on right now for LVE. So you're not hearing the media talk about it. You're not seeing these writers talk about it. But if you know how to look at the tea leaves and don't fall for the influence of these journalists and some of these media people and just look at what's going on, yeah, you can see it. It's clear as day. They don't trust LVE. Well, I ain't gonna say they. I'm gonna say Dan Quinn. And it makes sense. So this week was crazy because y'all know I've been beating this drum, right? I've been beating this drum on linebacker. And guess what? This week, I got a chance to observe linebackers Story Jackson and Christian Sam putting in work, getting ready. That's me filming this. That's Story. You know? So, and it was basically an indication that you're in the right place at the right time for a reason, boss. You getting these type of opportunities because you've been telling the truth of what's going on. Yeah. These guys are getting ready for training camp. So y'all stay with me and y'all make sure y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe because I'm gonna be breaking them down in their practice habits. But even more important, I ran into Michael Gelkin. And me and Michael had a major discussion on linebacker. I'm gonna show you. Y'all just listen. Here it is. You made a prediction last year. I think it was on Skywalker's show, and you was talking about LVE, and you were saying that he was having a pretty good camp and training camp. I wanted to get your thoughts on LVE and then the linebackers that's coming in, because to me, it seems that the Cowboys are very focused on linebacker and building depth. And for me, reading the tea leaves, it actually to me seemed like it's coming from Dan Quinn, because Bobby Wagner came out and he said, you know, obviously when he signed with the Rams, that he was in direct talks with Dan Quinn. So I wanted to get your thoughts on LVE and then linebacker in general, and just any other thoughts.
I think I was high on the work that Leighton did for preventative body care so he could stay healthy.
Yeah.
Because he hadn't been able to shake the injuries in recent seasons. He's kind of been the young man's Sean Lee, which isn't what you want to be in that respect.
Right.
And he had his first healthy full season in terms of he played all 17 games.
Let me pause that. So he talked about having a healthy season, which LVE had last year, right? So, but you gotta ask why. What happened that allowed him to get through the season? My boy B-Bird say, boss, you must have been on vacation. Welcome back. I actually have never stopped working. I just haven't streamed. So I've been in the field. I've been watching these guys practice. I've been, as you can see, I got an interview with Michael Gelkin. So I've never stopped, but I just haven't streamed. B-Bird. So no vacation, still no days off. But at the same time, yeah, I had to stream this one because this is super important. Linebacker. But going back to what I was saying, why did LVE? Oh, let me address this real quick. Somebody said they missing the final word. The final word will be back. We are going back Tuesday, and we likely gonna have a special guest as well. Just letting y'all know we gonna be back. You know, I needed to take a little bit of a break in terms of streaming, but I have not stopped working, and I always keep my ear to the ground. But going back to what I was saying, why did LVE get through the 2021 season? Remember, this is key. He was moved from the middle linebacker to the weak side linebacker. The same thing they did with Sean Lee to help preserve him. So going back to where I did this video, and I'm telling you, y'all need to go watch it again. Listen to it again. Okay. One of the things that I talked about in that video is that because the linebacker room has been so depleted, we don't have Jaylon anymore. We don't have Neal anymore. We don't have Cox starting the season. That is going to make LVE have to play middle linebacker. And you got to think, if they move from middle to weak side to preserve him and to keep him healthy, what is going to happen with him going back to middle linebacker? It's a major health risk. Hence why they're loading up the linebacker room. That's simple. So it's almost, you know, I've been in corporate America before I was doing entrepreneurship stuff. But this is how it works. A lot of times, like, put it like this. If a company need 2 salespeople, they go hire 3 or they go hire 4, knowing they're going to fire 2. That's what's going on. They're loading up because they don't trust. They making a move of moving LVE back to middle, but they, for good reasons, don't trust that he's gonna stay healthy, and for good reasons. So when you see Michael Gelkin talking about that he was happy to see the body armor that he put on last year because you didn't want to see at his position him trending to be a younger Sean Lee, you gotta say, well, we're in that same situation again. Hence why they loading up on linebacker. Hence why you seeing the Malik Jeffersons, the Christian Sams. And trust me, y'all, these are not just camp bodies. I know people saying that. They dismissing it. You know, they think it. Listen, you not dealing with no camp bodies when you dealing with this man. All right? This man is one of the most diligent, greedy personnel guys that you're gonna ever meet in your life. He is dead ass serious about his job. He is not. So somebody asked, so why not sign back Jaylon? Listen, bro, I have no idea. Because actually Jaylon would make sense. He would. You can say what you want in terms of him not being what he was, but he definitely is an upgrade to LVE, And he does fit most of the criteria that you want in middle linebacker. If you go look up the criteria of a middle linebacker, complain all you want, cry all you want, hate on Jaylon all you want, but the main traits of a middle linebacker, he checked them. Number one trait of a middle linebacker is durability. You have to be able to take on collisions all games for whole seasons and have the body armor to stay intact. That's number one. Number two, a volume tackler. Jaylon was. He was giving you about 140 tackles a year. Say what you want, hate all you want, complain about the swipe all you want, but he was giving you the volume tackles. Number three, your middle linebacker is also usually one of the leaders. Jaylon was a leader to that defense. Just to answer the question. So yeah, did he get over that drop foot like B Bird said? No, he never really got over it. But I don't care, because even though he didn't quite get over that drop foot, he still is a better middle linebacker fit than LVE. Just keeping it real. And you already paid for him. Like, Jaylon was still on the books. Why not you paying for him, bring him back? Because it's the same thing. I wouldn't mind at all, because it's just like I talked about. If you need two salespeople, hire four, knowing you go fire two. So if he don't work out, oh well. And you got great competition in the linebacker room. Yeah. So let me go back to Michael Gelkin.
18, including the postseason, but I would think it's pretty clear that the Cowboys see Leighton, and I think the entire NFL, based on how his free agency went, see him as somewhat limited.
Yeah.
See, I don't want to rush that. Let me go back. I got to rewind that, because see, some people might not have caught that. Let me go back and listen to this.
And he had his first healthy full season in terms of he played all 17 games, 18 including the postseason. But I would think it's pretty clear that the Cowboys see Leighton, and I think the entire NFL, based on how his free agency went, see him as somewhat limited.
Yeah.
I think it's a 1 year, $2 million base contract worth up to $3 million. And that's not what I think when he came onto the scene the way he did in 18, what people would have thought his second contract would have been.
Right.
My fire button not right, but if I could hit that yoga flames right now, I would. Technical difficulty. But Coach Marv been saying that a lot. People not listening to Coach Marv though. I've said that on this show too. So the entire NFL, listen to me, observed LVE for 17 games and he only was able to get from the Cowboys $2 million with $3 million with incentives. I need that womp 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 button. Womp 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 womp. The entire league did not want LVE. And my boy Antoine said, and boss, he signed that deal quickly. So listen, I know people go say, But he had a good game versus San Francisco, boss. The market spoke, baby. And they had 17 games to observe him. And the market said, womp, 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 womp. But who just had to sign him back? The Dallas Cowboys. He's one of our guys. Oh, man. So maybe y'all might listen because somebody else said it. Because when Coach Marv said it and when I said it, oh, shut up, boss. You've been negative. Well, let's just listen to Michael Gelkin just one more time.
And I think just the way that, you see how instinctive Michael Parsons is. A 1 year, $2 million base. 17 games, 18 including the postseason. But I would think it's pretty clear that the Cowboys see Leighton, and I think the entire NFL, based on how his free agency went, see him as somewhat limited.
Yeah.
I think it is a 1 year, $2 million base contract worth up to $3 million. And that's not.
Yeah. Hold on. Somebody say, never heard of that dude. So listen, Michael Gelkin is one of the best reporters in the game. All right. If you've never heard of Michael Gelkin, you better follow him because he's one of the best reporters for the Dallas Cowboys, hands down. Like he is the one reporter that has been calling out the Kellen Moore system. The one. And he was the one who asked Stephen Jones. If y'all don't remember, he was the one. Michael Gelkin was the one who said, Stephen, you are paying Amari like a number one, but he is not getting his targets like a number one. None of the answer that came out would have come out without Michael Gelkin. So learn who he is. The man is on point. Period. Like, and when I talked to him that day, he said, "Hi, I'm Michael Gelkin, reporter for the Dallas Morning News." I said, "Mike, come on." I know exactly who you are. You know what I mean? Because people that been following this channel, we done quoted him the most. Straight up. And so check this comment. This is a real comment. He said, folks got to stop letting their personal feelings about Jaylon skew their clear views. Yeah. Listen, knocking Jaylon is just popular. It don't mean it's smart. And most of the stuff they were saying on Jaylon was lies. Straight lies. He will swipe after making a tackle 15 yards downfield. Show me one time him doing that. I don't know. I don't remember when that happened. Yeah, somebody said Jaylon Smith was limited as well. He was limited. Yes, I agree. He was limited. But is that what we talking about? We talking about, is he an upgrade to LVE? Would you rather have 70 tackles or 140 tackles? Would you rather have durability or injury prone? Let me go back to Michael Gelkin.
I think when he came onto the scene the way he did in 18, what people would have thought his second contract would have been.
Right.
And so, and I think just the way that, you see how instinctive Michael Parsons, not just his athletic ability, but how instinctive he is. There's times where, there's one play, I'm trying to think of against who it was, I don't know if it was the Vikings, but reacting to a play in the left flat, and Micah just sees it, plants his right foot, and just goes, and he flies right past Leighton. And it's kind of a bit of a reality as to where both those players are. But Leighton, he's a veteran. He's a guy who cares. He wants to be a leader, and it's difficult to lead when the production isn't there, when you're only playing 25 snaps on defense a game. It no doubt hamstrings your ability to kind of fulfill, that role that you envision for yourself as a player. But he's back, so we'll see how it goes. But I think the Cowboys clearly don't consider themselves to be a finished product in terms of where they stand at linebacker. They're open for depth there. Anthony Barr is someone with whom they've had communication. Financially, they haven't been able to kind of come together.
See, this is why you want to see when people say, who is this? Who is Michael Gelkin? I don't know this dude. You better pay attention, because now this is the benefit when you're talking to one of the better beat writers and insiders. He telling you that because it's been rumors of Anthony Barr, he just confirmed that they have been in real talks and the problem has been money. Did I not hear that? So when I'm asking this question, what does Malik Jefferson signing mean for the Dallas Cowboys? It actually means that they having problems with Anthony Barr and getting that deal done. See, this is why you got to follow Boss Cowboy Sports, because I'm not going to give you that bullshit. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to tell you the truth, big dog. Sometimes I'm going to tell you the truth and you ain't going to want to hear it. A lot of people want to be just like, hey, I can't stand Jaylon. Jaylon make me sick. Okay, cool. That's easy to say. That's popular. That's what the crowd is saying. Nah, but it's not smart. The smartest thing would have been the durable guy that you already paying for, and not paying $2 million with $3 million up the incentive for an injury prone guy that the whole league didn't want. Just keeping it real. But he just let the cat all the way out the bag. You just had to pay attention. He just let you know Anthony Barr is still in the works. He's still in the works. But who holding it up? Can we take a guess who's likely holding up Anthony Barr? Anybody want to take a guess? Anybody want to take a guess who's holding it up? Somebody said Cowboy. Who is that? Who are you referring to? I want to see. I want a name. I want a name. Who is likely holding up Anthony Barr? Somebody said a name. This is what I wanted. Stephen Jones. I believe it. Listen, remember, it was Stephen Jones who was playing hardball with Curse over $5 million. Curse. The impact of what Curse was doing to Dallas, he was fighting to keep him around $5 million. Yeah. Do I need to play this again? I'm gonna play it one more time so y'all can see it. That's why I said I got some surprises in this show. See, this show not typical. See, y'all think Boss been on vacation. No, I have not been on vacation. I just have not been streaming. I've been working. Look.
But he's, to my knowledge, still a free agent, so that could be don't that role that you envision for yourself as a player. But he's back, so we'll see how it goes. But I think the Cowboys clearly don't consider themselves to be a finished product in terms of where they stand at linebacker. They're open for depth there. Anthony Barr is someone with whom they've had communication. Financially, they haven't been able to kind of come together. But he's, to my knowledge, still a free agent, so that could be a name to watch here as camp comes. These guys usually land at home around the start of camp or maybe the week into the camp, such as injuries take hold elsewhere in the league. So
kind of like Malik Hooker.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Malik Hooker came in right during the start of camp.
Yeah.
And I guess that's when the reality kicks in that, hey, you better take something if you want to stay in this league type of deal.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess, because it's real hot, y'all, believe me, it's hot. He's doing us a favor right now. It's hot in Frisco right now, Dallas, Texas. So I'm going to give you one more question because of the heat.
Yeah, whatever you need.
What's your excitement going into training camp?
All right, I'm gonna pause it right there because I'm not gonna give away the whole interview that I had with Michael Gelkin. I'm gonna save some of it. All right, but it's a lot that I'm gonna be unveiling because I watched these linebackers up close this week. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about our guys. You know, I was in the right place at the right time, got the right phone call. And so I was able to observe these guys like in the huddle, watching them lead, watching them practice, seeing their habits up close. And I'm going to do a whole breakdown on it because it's worth it, man. So y'all just make sure you like and subscribe and keep your notifications on because it might take me a little while to clean it up and make it, you know, presentable. And somebody's asked me how did Story Jackson look? Oh my God, don't get me started. And I'm dead serious. Story? That I'm telling you, I was in the huddle, big dog. I'm telling you. Cause see, a lot of people calling these boys camp bodies. Listen, it's something when you can get up close. When you in training camp before training camp. Bro, I shouldn't give this away, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it now. I should not give this away, but I'm gonna say it now. In this particular practice, Story Jackson had 6 interceptions, dog. 6. To the point, when he got them 6, I walked up to him. I said, bro, like at the end of practice, I said 6 interceptions. And he spit out his water, laughing. He started laughing. He said, man, I'm hungry. I'm trying to get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. So if y'all listen, man, y'all better not ever insult this man by thinking he just bringing in camp bodies. No, he not. Don't you ever in your life think that this man is playing around bringing in camp bodies, because we made that mistake last year, didn't we? Huh? We made that because you know what? We were saying Carlos Watkins is a camp body. And we was right in terms of how his film looked coming from the Texans, because it was, I need that button. Womp, 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 womp. It was boo-boo. But, see, let's talk about the linebacker room, because remember, this is not a film breakdown. This is about what does his signing mean? What do we interpret from his signing? The Christian Sam signing. All those linebackers that we picking up. There's a trait if you really look close. If you really look close, there's a trait that's coming out with all of these guys. You know what you see? Freaks. Can we say it together? Freak. Freaky, 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 freaky. Freaky. Yeah. I see what you doing there, Quinn. You bringing in freaks. And you went to Will McClay and you said, hey, if we don't get Anthony Barr, I need the guys with the traits. At least give me that. If you don't give me Anthony Barr because Stephen Jones is not closing this deal yet with Anthony Barr, give me some freaks. So when you look at it, their measurables, dog, this dude, Malik Jefferson, I know everybody like he's a camp body. He's a journeyman, just like y'all said about Curse. Just like y'all said about Curse. Oh, look at his price. Oh, he don't cost nothing. So that means he's sorry. Y'all don't remember what them safeties cost last year? The best group. The best group was the safety group. Malik Hooker cost $1. Curse cost $1. Kazi cost 50 cents. But when the season started and when them pads came on and when that grass start talking, we was all we forgot. Oh, the same guys we was calling camp bodies. I ain't falling for it. See, it's easy to just be lazy. Lazy as hell. Don't look at no film, but we all trying to predict that these guys not gonna make it. Lazy. I have not looked at a lick of film, but that guy, that Christian Sam's not gonna make it. Malik Jefferson is not gonna make it. That Story Jackson, he played at PV. Who is he? No. Freaks! I see what's going on. I'm telling you. See, and this is why you can trust it. When everybody else was just being lazy, and they kept saying they was being lazy. Up top need in this off season is center and guard. It was one person. Well, not one. It was a couple people. It was me, Coach Marv, and the OC. We was the main ones telling y'all, linebacker. Oh, we need a tight end. No. Linebacker. This is why you can trust Boss Cowboy Sports, because it's easy to go with the crowd because I'm trying to get subs. I can kiss up to y'all because, see, we knew what y'all wanted. Y'all wanted center and guard. That's what y'all wanted, and receiver. But if you haven't learned that we on this channel will tell you what's best, even if you don't like it, you haven't been watching us and you don't understand the spirit of what we do. So for anybody that think just because you don't know these names and you looking at who is Malik Jefferson, who is he? Who is that? He's not a Barr. No, he's not. He's not Barr. But guess what? Quinn, I guarantee you, went to Will McClay and say, if Steven don't close Anthony Barr, at minimum, I need the trades. I need the freaks. Oh man. So and listen, I'm gonna take a call. Because listen, I was not supposed to do no content this whole week. But this is too important. In this week, my top concerns all fell in my lap. Real talk. Everybody know that I've been pounding the ground for linebacker. And look at God. He allowed me to get a close hand view of our linebackers. And on top of that, he allowed me to get an interview with the one guy that's been sounding the alarm on Kellen Moore. Now he's respectful. There's nothing disrespectful about Michael Gelkin, but he gets it. And he's the one that has been asking those questions on Kellen Moore and that system. Him. He was the one that went to Stephen Jones. Him. And I'm like, bruh, so I run into these linebackers and Michael Gelkin in the same week and have my cameras ready? And he's willing to give an in-depth discussion, and I'm gonna show the whole interview. I showed a clip. Give me about a couple of days. I'm gonna show the whole interview. It's worth it. But let me take some calls, man. I wasn't planning on freestyling, but I'm gonna take at least a couple of calls. Let me set up my phone, and then we go get going on that. Give me 1 second. All right, here we go. Oh, guess what? My buttons all of a sudden started working. Let me see. Let me see if my buttons are working. Ah. Oh. Man, I needed that. God dog. Now, here we go. Boss Cowboy Sports.
What's up, boss?
What's up? Who is this?
Hey, this is Blackwell, bro.
What's up, Black? Let's get it.
Hey, look, I got one question. Hey, look, we got all these. We bringing in all these linebackers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Got one question. If anything happened to Curse, and he being our green dot, if he go down, who's the green dot?
If he go down, you lose your green dot, and then your backup green dot steps in, whoever that is. But believe me, they have one, and likely Barr will be one of the guys that'll be brought up to do the curse role, the big nickel.
You said what now?
I said they already have a backup green dot guy on defense. They already thought about that. I don't know who it is, but believe me, they have a contingency for injury. Believe me. I don't know who it is, but they do.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I had about it. That's what I wanted to know about it. Like, everybody keeps saying, like, I've been hearing all the content creators saying, like, because these other dudes, like, the other content creators keep saying, like, the guys that we were signing and been just camp bodies, but I ain't been buying it. I think Will McClay got other tricks up his sleeve with these other guys. You know what I'm saying? I've been waiting on you to do like a film session on these guys. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't been able to find nothing else. You know what I'm saying, on these dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I've been waiting to hear from you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you're right. Before we call these guys camp bodies, the least we should do is a film breakdown.
Right. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't be liking when dudes be doing that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just saying like, oh yeah, he's just a camp body, this and the third. Like, man, I just be, you know what I'm saying, feeding it. Like, when these guys be just be feeding the nation, like, saying they just a camp body. Like, do a film breakdown for the nation. Give them like a little a breakdown on the guy. You know what I'm saying, on the guys, just to give us something on what they, you know what I'm saying, something about them, some type of background on them, so we can know what they, you know what I'm saying, a little bit about them, so we can know, you know what I'm saying, what they bring to the table, because you never know. Just like everybody thought Curse was just a camp body.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Curse brought way more to the table than just a camp body. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So, Will McClay always got some more up his sleeve than just a camp body.
Right.
And Dan Quinn always got way more up his sleeve than just a camp body.
Right.
And all this speculation about Anthony Barr, and we ain't signed Anthony Barr, but yet and still we keep signing these guys that we ain't never heard of.
Right.
Or, you know what I'm saying, these backup guys that just ain't, you know what I'm saying, just ain't had the opportunity. Just like Curse. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They just been backup somewhere else. Like, they just ain't had the opportunity.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They're going to come to us and probably flash out. You know what I'm saying? We just need to do our homework on them. And that's just a possibility.
Good call, big dog.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's the thing. At some point, we gotta learn from history. You know what I mean?
We do.
We gotta
We
learn
do.
from history, man. How many times does this dude go find us sleepers and then we still see we treat Will McClay like he's Stephen Jones.
Right. Hey, look. He, one thing about it, you may fool me on the offense, but you ain't fooling me on the defense at this point.
Yeah.
When it comes down to that defense, you ain't fooling me. They play politics on that offense. You ain't fooling me on that defense.
Man, listen,
You know
I got some bad news for you, big dog.
What's up?
It's politics on that defense too, bro.
Oh my gosh, man.
Can we talk about it? Can we talk about it?
Go ahead.
Let's talk about it. All right.
All right.
So it's clear as hell for anybody that's been paying any kind of attention that Dan Quinn wants him a leader linebacker. Come on now. Bobby Wagner said himself that he was in direct talks with Quinn. And he signed with the Rams with a cap hit only of $4 million.
Right.
You don't think that pissed off Dan Quinn, big dog? Now, and then he like, okay. You let my guy get away. Bobby Wagner, the guy I won a Super Bowl with. You let my guy get away for $4 million. Okay. Give me Anthony Barr. Oh, we trying to get him at the right price. But go talk to Will McClay. See if he can get you some trades. That's politics, dog. See, let me ask you a question. Why you give me a pay raise, but don't trust my judgment?
Hey, look, you exactly right about that.
Yeah.
They want everything to be right. Hey, look, but when it come down to show, you still giving that man $11 million at tight end when he's just a dump-off player. And that shit still ain't sitting right with us. But, hey, look. The best thing about that, though, they passed the threshold today of extending his contract, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
I don't know if it's today. Was the deadline today? I thought it was tomorrow.
I think it was today.
We'll see. We'll see. Because they going to announce it. It's going to be a lot of articles out there once it happens.
Man, I hope they don't do that, man. Goodness gracious, man.
Don't get me started, bro. Don't get me started on that. Don't get me started on that, big dog.
I know it. Hey, look, let's keep talking about the good, though.
No. We can talk about that. I was just like, you go make this a 4-hour show. That's all I was saying.
Yeah. Hey, look, let's keep talking about the good, though.
No, we got to talk about all of it, big dog. Straight up.
Hey, look.
The good and the bad.
We on a good note, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we on the good note. We are. We got a lot of good news. See, the good news is that these linebackers have the traits. And when they have the traits and you marry traits with superior coaching, sometimes you get that curse effect. See what I'm saying? So
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Look, I like what you said about Story Jackson, man, because I've been hearing a lot of good things about him too, man.
Say, listen, bro.
I've been hearing a lot of good about him, man.
Listen.
Him.
All I can tell you from a first-hand view, not second-hand, first, dog. Oh my God, bro! Don't get me started talking about Story because you're gonna make me get into my content, and I don't want to give it away too early. I want y'all to come back, but I'm gonna tell you, Story, and I'm talking about, I looked under the hood and under the car, dog.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna put it like this: there are certain players you love how they practice. Oh, and this is not just coming from me. This is also coming from NFL trainers, dog.
Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee.
I'm talking. I went under the hood and under the car, dog.
Ooh-wee.
All right. So before, all right. Hold on, real quick. Let me just give this away real quick. First of all, look at Story and tell me, is there something that you notice? I'm gonna give it away. Story is bigger already, which is saying, okay. This dude looked like he already put on 10 pounds of muscle.
Man, your phone's staticky, bro.
Okay. Well, let me hang you up and let me talk about Story. All right. So you can hear me. Oh man, that was a good call. I hated that I had to get off the call, but let me talk about Story real quick. I'm gonna give away some of the stuff I was gonna talk about. First of all, Story is a workhorse. See, I want to give you this early, but I'm gonna give it to you now. I'm gonna give you some of the stuff I observed, bro. And I'm talking about I was under the hood looking at him up close, bro. All right, dog. This dude, this was his third practice of the day. I ain't gonna tell no more. But all I'm gonna tell you, I just want him to get a fair chance. I want him to get a first shot with the Cowboys. That's all I want. I want him to get a fair shot. And see, I'm gonna tell y'all one more thing before I get out of here. I'm gonna tell y'all how practice started. When both of them boys walked out on the field, right? And that's Christian Sam and Story Jackson. I got a whole lot more film than this. These are just small cut-ups. I got the interceptions. I got all of that. I got an interview with them boys. All right? I ain't going to show all of that. But I'm just giving you a little tease right now. But this is how practice started off. When both of them boys came out together, Christian Sam and Story Jackson, the tone was set by the trainers. The trainer said out the gate, listen, he said, that dude is here to take your job. I don't want to see you guys talking at all until both of y'all make the team, because right now y'all enemies. That's how practice started. I loved it. I was like, oh. So anyway, so y'all stay on the lookout. All right, before I get out of here, man, I'm a show on this channel the entire interview with Michael Gelkin. I only showed a sample today where we was having our discussion on linebacker, and I'm gonna do a whole breakdown of me looking up close, observing these guys preparing for training camp. And I was impressed. And I got a bonus player that I haven't talked about that's out there with the Cowboys, because it was a lot of professional athletes out there. But obviously I focused on our guys. But I'm going to do all of that breakdown. I'm going to take another call. Since it's been so long since, I've done stream and I miss y'all. Let's just talk. Let's just talk. We got the phone lines back open. Let's go. Boss Cowboy Sports.
My man, Boss Cowboy. What's going on, brother?
Man, Coach Marv in the building. Let me see if I can hit you with a sound effect. There he is.
Hey, man. Bruh. I told you, I did my work on Story back when he first got picked up, man.
Yeah. You did. You told me about him. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good. A guy that been every level of football he played at. he's excelled. So I would tell people this: if he looks good in drills, I'm not worried about when they put the pads on because he's a definite hitter. That's his thing. He's definitely physical. So he's just trying to work on the part that he's not. He may not get the credit for like his coverage skills, but he is definitely a hitter. So that's a good thing. But Boss, I just wanted to say something positive. I just hope these guys get the, like you said, get the shot that they need. But I am only thing that I think a Barr or a veteran linebacker like a guy that went to the Rams would have brought us is that you got to have talent, young talent with their eagerness. You got to have coaching, but sometimes you need that veteran championship savvy to get you over little humps.
Yeah.
So I think that's the only little mix that we're missing. But I want to end on this right here, Boss. I was just thinking today, this last year defense, and I'm going to say something that you probably going to say, Coach, you over-exaggerate. But last year defense was in history was probably the best defense that I have ever seen in my football career. Let me point it out why. You had a bunch of 1 and 2 year guys. You had Curse, first year him ever getting full-time playing time. You had Michael Parsons, a rookie. You had your part of your defensive line, Gregory, out 4 games. D-Law, out 10 games. Tristan Hill, out 8 games. Miller Gallimore, out 10 games. Anthony Brown, we had to have a all-year season. The guy that you drafted as a second-round cornerback thinking he was going to start, missed 4 games and didn't even start. You had 2 safeties that you got for $1 million apiece that were coming off Achilles injuries. And you played with Golston, didn't practice the whole training camp, and you got time out of him. And Brent Irvin never played but 2 games, and he was hurt all year. Neal was out 4 games.
Finish him.
And you went from 31st in defense to 12th. That's historic.
Bruh.
we be so close to it, we don't remember all the stuff that this defense went through, and they still produced. So what should we expect this year when they're all together? We got something to be excited about on this defense, people. We just got one part we need to fix, and that's middle linebacker. That's historic to me. I've been in football a long time, Boss, and I ain't never seen a team go through that much with players that they were dependent on, and young players, and guys that didn't practice, and guys that was out, and go from 31st to 12th.
Bruh.
That's a great job. So, and I ain't talking about Donovan Wilson. Missed what, 5 games?
Ooh, wait. Oh, my butt's tripping. Damn. Oh, I wanted to give you some more.
Donovan Wilson missed 5 games. We brought in Cox thinking he was going to be a linebacker. He missed almost the whole season.
Oh. Tristan Hill.
We cut Jaylon Smith.
You forgot Gallimore.
Gallimore was out for, what, 10 games?
Yeah. Coach.
We cut Jaylon Smith, and we went from 31st to 12th.
Oh man, let me hold on.
God damn!
Oh, guess what?
Yoga claim.
My fire button is back. Ooh.
Yoga fight.
Ooh.
So that makes it historic to me. So this defense together and healthy and continuity, we looking for better things from this. Cowboy fans said they wanted to be physical. They wanted to get nasty. They wanted to deal with the boom box, right? Then we need to get nasty at middle linebacker.
Yoga fire. Yoga flame.
So, like I said, boss, keep putting your videos out there. Keep doing your work, man. And I appreciate you, and Cowboy Nation appreciate you, brother.
Hey, no problem, Coach. I got you. I promise you.
All right, brother.
Off. Love
Later.
the call. Fantastic call. All right, check this out. Before I keep saying before I get out here and I never leave, but check this out. Somebody said I got shanked by the butter knife. He said gotta keep Dan Quinn as DC. Period. Listen, y'all. Listen, I told Coach Marv this today on the phone. Me and Coach Marv had a discussion today. I'm gonna be all the way honest with you. If you Dan Quinn, you do not want to stay in Dallas. I'm just being honest. CC, I want me to lie to you. Because a lot of people keep saying, if Mike McCarthy gets fired, then Dan Quinn is going to be our next head coach. I guarantee you Dan Quinn do not want to be the head coach for the Dallas Cowboys. No. Because he's been up close and personal and watched Jerry throw Mike McCarthy under the bus. He told the media that he offered Dan Quinn the job. And with all the stuff that Coach Marv said, listen, y'all, with all the stuff Coach Marv said, which is why he said this defense was the best he's ever seen and made a hellified case. You can't get me the one thing I want? Middle linebacker? You can't just overspend $1 million or $2 million to get me my guy? With all the bull crap that y'all said, hey, we hiring you to fix. We was 31st in stopping the run. Defense was the worst in franchise history when he took over. And when we hired him, most said, just get it to top 15. Get us just to average. Did he have us above average? And you can't get me what I'm obviously lobbying for? Why in the would I want to stay here? I'm asking you for Bobby Wagner and I'm asking you for Anthony Barr. But I got to go to Will McClay and get me some traits. And guess what? I'm going to work with it because I'm a G. I'm going to take the scraps just like I did in 2021 and I'm going to make it work. But I'm not going to forget that y'all did not prioritize what I wanted. Man, y'all better not be crazy enough to think that his feelings are not involved. I told Coach Marv that today. So for everybody that's just thinking he's a shoo-in, you better not think so. Or you are being a damn fool. And I'm going to tell you the other side of it. Because people forgot before I get out of here, but I'm going to tell you the truth on the way out. Don't forget, Dan Quinn almost walked away before. Don't let that go over your head. Listen to me. Listen. So let's go back in time and let's think about the scenario that happened where Jerry Jones told the media that he offered Dan Quinn a job and said Mike McCarthy is not going to be a head coach forever. See, Jerry thought that was cute, right? And how he handled that. Mike McCarthy and Dan Quinn did not. Because remember on the Rich Eisen show, Mike McCarthy let out the bag that Dan Quinn came to him and said, hey man, should I take one of these head coaching jobs? Because this is a mess. Listen, y'all. Mike McCarthy told him, nah, stay. And he said back in the day, he would have pushed Dan Quinn out. But because Dan Quinn had a bunch of integrity and went to him and was like, man, I wouldn't want to be you. So if you want me to leave this dysfunction, I will. If Mike McCarthy would have said, yeah, man, it's going to be too hard to be a head coach with the mutiny that's set up. It's going to be hard to lead these guys with you here. Dan Quinn would have took that Denver job. Y'all better hear me. So that means he almost walked away before. So sometimes the Dallas Cowboys is that beautiful woman or that beautiful man that lost it but still think they got it. Kind of like Al Bundy, you know, where he bragging on Poke High. Remember, I scored those 4 touchdowns 26 years ago in the game. I broke that record. See, that's the Dallas Cowboys. I'm being honest. So everybody that just think, oh yeah, Dan Quinn is a shoo-in for our next head coach. No, he not. Now everybody else gonna lie to you. I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. Everybody else, yeah, Dan Quinn, yeah. If Mike McCarthy go, he's our automatic head coach. Or Sean Payton, he not even automatic either. But hey, so B Bird asked me a question. He said, did I miss the breakdown on Malik Jefferson? I actually did no breakdown. And this wasn't a breakdown show. This is a show to where I was discussing what his signing means in general. The tea leaves, the big picture, what's going on. So likely in the near future, I will be breaking down all our linebackers tape. Okay, because I think it's right. Instead of calling these guys camp bodies, let's go look at the raw traits and see what it looked like on film and then try to interpret that to the Cowboys. You know, because that's what I did with Curse. Like everybody was like, boss, you was right on Curse. That's because I broke down his film. So it wasn't new to me that he was an awesome tackler because I broke him down. And I was saying loud, Curse is I called him a good tackler at worst, meaning he go be awesome at tackling. Was he? Yeah. Why? Because we broke down his film. So, like, listen, yeah, B-Bird right. Before we trash any of these guys and call them camp bodies, you got to do the film work. If you don't do the film work, you go trick other people, but you ain't gonna trick me, big dog. You go trick the not, you know. And this is what I learned. This is the truth, man. I'm just being honest, man. A lot of people lazy. A lot of people. It's a lot of people get big jobs, big checks. They don't do half the work they say they do. I'm being honest. It's a whole lot of people don't do. It's people that get paid hundreds of thousands to talk about these players, and I'm being all the way honest, they winging it. And I see it all the time, and I just sit back like, damn, for real. So it's a whole lot of people. I just listen to them and be like, okay, really, okay. So anyway, that's why we had to tackle this subject today, because it's a whole lot of indicators coming out. You just got to know what you're looking at. You know what I'm saying? You got to know what you're looking at. It's more to these signings than just camp bodies. These guys are freaks. But it's also an indication that the Anthony Barr talks are not going well. Just being honest. And he gonna have to work with, oh my God. See, listen. See, this is why I like this channel, cause see, this is my #1 stalker right here. This guy right here, this dude Toby. I don't care how much I block him. He creates another account and he follows me again. He's a weirdo. And this weirdo was the #1 guy hating on the fact that I was saying linebacker was our top need. So what happens is, because I'm going to tell you about this guy. He's a weirdo that used to stalk me on Facebook. Now he stalks me everywhere, right? And so he literally was the main guy saying linebacker was not our top need and trolling it. This weirdo. So what happens is he get to eat this crow from all these linebacker signings. And so it makes him mad. So he comes back and he hates on the knowledge that he gets from Boss Cowboy Sports. And let me tell you the worst thing about that weirdo. He respects me. He's just envious. Because because he already told me before, hey man, you do a lot of research, and even if I don't agree with you, you do back up what you believe. But see, envy and hating makes you act like that. That's what it is. It's just what it is. And see, this same weirdo wanted Wentz and Goff over Dak, but would literally come to my channel to troll when I'm really just trying to give the fans facts. So admins, can you please block this dude again so that we can continue to discuss football? But yeah, anyway, man, I'm done with that. Yeah, I ain't giving that little man no more attention. He don't deserve it. But hey, that was Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matter. I ain't supposed to do no content this week, but this is something that was obviously very important. This is something that I was actually really seeing as a reason to really make us better. And it's obviously true from the moves that the Cowboys are making. And you obviously are going to protect Micah Parsons by shoring up the linebacker, because that was the main thing that I also said in this video. Y'all make sure y'all go out and check out this video. The main thing that I said was that you really want to have a solid middle linebacker, because you want to protect your queen. You want to protect your queen, Micah Parsons. You want to keep him in a position to be of value to that defense with his most valuable asset, and that's getting after quarterbacks. So let's continue to share this content like y'all been doing. I suppose they've been kind of recharging the battery, but I couldn't help it. This one brought me back in, but I'm gonna go back out just for one more second, and then we go kick it off with the final word next Tuesday, likely with a special guest, and then we go be non-stop all the way through the season, all the way past the draft. Literally non-stop, and we're going to continue to push the content that we believe makes us better, Remember, some of it you're not going to agree with, but you at least got to know here at Boss Cowboy Sports that we're doing our best to give you the information that's going to make this team better. Like I was saying on this linebacker. But, man, y'all stay up, man. It's Boss Cowboy Sports. Peace.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters. Boss Cowboy Sports.